Would you consider you and Gervonta friends?
Friends, probably.
Is it going to be hard to go in the ring and fight your friend?
Not at all.
Are you all going to be friends after?
Yeah, why not?
Either way it goes.
Both making money. Yeah.
But you guys are making each other bleed.
Hopefully I just make him bleed.
True. Okay.
Gervonta Tank Davis just been released to the public. We know now, December 14th, Houston, Texas, he's going to be facing a very tough opponent in Lamont Roach. Can you tell us a little bit about the history between them two?
Oh man, they've been knowing each other from the amateurs, silver gloves, everything. They grew up actually together, you know. Roach and him back and forth battles and whatnot. It's gonna be a pretty interesting fight, you understand? Because Roach he come to fight. And I think it's a great fight. Everybody talking all that stuff about, why Roach? Because he signed and took the fight, you know what I'm saying? And it's good for the community.
Gervonta Tank Davis recently shared his thoughts on the cancellation of his highly anticipated fight with Lamont Roach, offering insight into what went wrong. The fight had built up a lot of excitement, but unexpected issues led to its cancellation, leaving fans feeling let down and frustrated.
Okay. So I do it for myself, but I do it for the people with me. My whole family is from DC. My whole family. Like my entire family.
Don't bring them. Don't bring them.
For what?
Don't bring them. I'm telling you,
they gonna celebrate with me. Yeah,
don't bring them.
It's gonna be a party on your floor.
I'm gonna let y'all know something. His father was up here shaking on the what's the name? He was shaking on the
pops.
On my kids, he was shaking on this. On my kids, he was shaking.
Don't say, bro.
It's
got to be more than that.
Nah, he's strategic. He's setting guys up. He been boxing since a little kid, just like I've been boxing since a little kid. And you can tell, like, with the experience. Even with his last fight with Frank Martin, you can see Frank Martin was more so an amateur. Like, the experience he got is not on the level of, like...
Thank all day, baby. Thank all day. Easy work. Easy work. My money goes forward. All right, guys.
Right in the front, right here.
Sometimes, bro.
Get the front rest there.
Easy work, man.
Come on, down here, please.
Right here.
Back in the camera, back. Go in back line.
The lead up to the Davis-Roach fight was filled with intense training and high expectations. Davis was dedicated to refining his skills and staying in top form, knowing the fight was a key step in cementing his status among the world's best. For Roach, it was a chance to prove himself against a tough challenger and potentially land a career-changing win.
Big 35. I don't see why people was like, oh, you brought up a smaller guy, woo-de-woo, blah, blah, blah. I mean, like, to me personally, I'm not stunned that. You know what I'm saying? They're going to keep saying that. They're going to keep saying that.
Cordial, but because he believes he's going to knock you out, get the purse, and then you walk away with a nice piece of change.
I mean, you're in the wrong game if you don't think you're going to beat everybody. Like, anyway, but if you're saying specifically pick me because I'm going to be an easy cakewalk,
yeah.
Everybody in the world knows that's not going to happen. I mean, like, that's not going to happen. Him personally, he know that. I think he chose me because I am going to be one of the better opponents that he's faced in his entire career, honestly.
Really?
In his interview, Davis opened up about his frustration with the fight's cancellation. He revealed how many hours he had dedicated to training and the sacrifices he made to ensure he was fully prepared for the matchup.
About, he's doing this fight for money, and Tank is strategically picking him because in the amateur world, you guys fought twice, right? And you lost, both times in the amateur fight. So are you all friends? Are y'all cordial? First, what's the relationship?
We're cordial.
You're cordial?
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
He's cool to me.
He's cool to you?
Yeah.
And you haven't heard that he said anything differently?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
He has?
No, he hasn't.
He has not?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm confirming that. He hasn't said
anything.
He has
not said anything differently. So does it confirm people's suspicion that he purposefully picked you, not only because you're cordial, but because he believes he's going to knock you out, get the purse, and then you walk away with a nice piece of change?
I mean, you're in the wrong game if you don't think you're going to beat everyone.
The cancellation was a significant setback, not only for Davis, but also for his team, who had worked tirelessly alongside him. He emphasized that the decision was beyond his control and expressed understanding of the frustration and disappointment his fans were experiencing.
I think personally, I think he chose me because I am going to be one of the better opponents that he's faced in his entire career, honestly.
Really?
Yeah.
Davis explained that the fight was canceled due to unforeseen issues that were out of his control. While he didn't go into details, he mentioned logistical challenges and complications that arose as the fight drew near. He expressed regret that these problems couldn't be resolved in time and acknowledged the hard work from both teams to try and salvage the event.
Beat his ass for y'all talk. For real. I better be quiet.
I don't give a if y'all was
all that
quiet,
ski mask and
if y'all
all
was
that.
loud.
We got the whole hood over there.
Like, twisted up. I don't give a
Y'all
none
can
of that.
do whatever
I don't
y'all
care about
want.
none of
My
that.
mother, he
I
can't
don't care
stop
about no
nothing
hood,
over
no
here.
none of that.
Not at all.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna him up.
Not at all. Never. Nothing's
y'all
gonna get f***ed up
y'all
over here.
face up.
What do I look like getting f***ed up?
Okay.
Ain't never gonna stop nothing over here.
And he gonna pay.
Despite the setback, Davis remained optimistic and focused on the future. He shared his determination to get back in the ring as soon as possible and keep pushing forward.
I guarantee he pay for it. I guarantee it.
Calm down. Calm down, brother.
Come to the fight. Come to the fight.
They probably gonna get you f***ed up. Look, fool. Hey, fool. This me and you, fool. This me and you, fool.
Tank.
This me and you, fool.
Yeah.
Don't worry about them. They might get you. They gonna trick you out your spot. They gonna trick you out your spot, fool. Don't worry about them.
Come on, stop. Y'all know what's going on. Y'all know how I'm coming. Y'all know how I'm coming. So stop it. Y'all gonna make it hard for him. That's what y'all gonna do. Y'all gonna make it hard for him.
No, I think Lamont Roach is a terrific fighter. He might be a little over his head with Gervonta Davis. Gervonta Davis is, to say the least, he's a beast. He really is. He's a tremendous fighter. He's a dedicated fighter when it comes to training and fighting and making sure that he's in optimal conditions when he steps inside that squared circle. It's going to be a tough night for Roach, but you can never count him out. You know, watching him fight up close and personal, he's sneaky good, which means he can catch you at any time. He can land combinations sometimes at will without you even knowing it. You know, he's that sneaky. So, yeah, it's going to be very interesting. But, obviously Gervonta Davis has the experience. He has the knowledge. He has that mean streak in him that will take you out with any punch.
Many critics argue that the upcoming Tank Davis versus Lamont Roach fight feels more like a money grab than a genuinely competitive matchup.
He's doing this fight for money, and Tank is strategically picking him because in the amateur world, you guys fought twice, right? And you lost, both times in the amateur fight. So are you all friends? Are y'all cordial? First, what's the relationship?
We're cordial for
You're
sure.
cordial.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
he cool to me.
He's cool to you.
Yeah.
And you haven't heard that he said anything differently?
Oh yeah, for sure.
He has?
No, he hasn't.
He has not.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm confirming that. He hasn't said
He has
anything
not said anything differently. So does it confirm people's suspicion that he purposefully picked you, not only because you're cordial, but because he believes he's gonna knock you out, get the purse, and then you walk away with a nice piece of change?
I mean, you're in the wrong game if you don't think you're gonna beat everybody.
Critics believe Tank chose Roach because he views him as an easy opponent, someone he can defeat without much difficulty. Meanwhile, Roach is being criticized for taking the fight mainly for the payday rather than seeing it as a true challenge.
Cordial, but because he believes he's gonna knock you out, get the purse, and then you walk away with a nice piece of change.
I mean, you're in the wrong game if you don't think you're gonna beat everybody. Anyway, but if you're saying specifically pick me because I'm gonna be an easy cakewalk, everybody in the world knows that's not gonna happen. I mean, that's not gonna happen. Him personally, he know that. I think he chose me because I am gonna be one of the better opponents that he's faced in his entire career, honestly.
Really?
Lamont Roach is firm in his belief that his upcoming fight with Gervonta Tank Davis isn't about the money. He sees Tank as an easy opponent and believes beating him will be an effortless task. Roach highlights that he's the champion at 130 ulbs, while Tank fights at 135 ulbs. He argues that if Tank wanted a real challenge, he could have faced opponents from higher weight classes, like Canelo Alvarez. However, Roach admits that a fight with Canelo is unlikely, given that Canelo competes in the 168 ulb super middleweight division.
Evidence of what your record, because you had to get, if I'm not mistaken, you had to get permission to be bumped up to that weight class of lightweight in order to fight, because you're in a what range of 130?
Yeah, I'm the champion at 130.
You're the world champion at 130 and he's 135. Yeah, so aren't there other fighters he could have fought within an upper weight class like Canelo? I've heard a lot of people say, why isn't he fighting Canelo rather than Roach? What's up with that?
They want that man to fight Canelo, man.
They do.
I don't know. That's
I've
crazy.
heard a lot of people say that.
That's crazy.
In good spirits if I had an 8 today. So thank you for your time. I appreciate it. Obviously, an important fight for you. Every fight at this point is an important fight for you because of what you know is looming. It's close. I was just talking to Oscar about, another successful fight. You're this close to a potential Gervonta Davis fight. Like, what does that feel like for you at this stage in your career?
It feels good because, this is the things that we worked for. Me being number 2 in the WBA, it's just like a dream come true almost. I didn't collect the belt yet, but I worked my whole life for this, me and my dad, So when the opportunity presents itself, we're going to be more than ready. But it's a dream come true, really.
The Davis versus Roach fight cancellation is disappointing. Davis must be frustrated, but he'll likely be back soon. What do you think?